Jesus Christ, it's amazing that Luffy and Zoro managed to make it to the ripe old age of teenagers. LJH70R, where the last two letters are typos. One Piece, Chapter 5, The Pirate King and the Great Swordsman begins with Luffy learning that he passed Helmeppo's room, which is where Zoro's katana is kept. He has to go back. Some marines try to get in his way. They say, stop! He says no. He held Helmeppo up as a human shield. Helmeppo makes his face like, ah! And then it's a great transition to Cody, who's also in shock because he was just shot. Alive, but shot. I called it. He had a shoulder wound, which I know in the world of fiction isn't much, but in real life, I think within like 6 months, the majority of people shot in their shoulder lose function and take nerve damage. So don't get shot in the shoulder. I know TV and film and cinema likes to make it look, those are all the same things. I know fictional worlds like anime, manga, television like to make it look like it's nothing big. Being shot in the shoulder is terrible. So, Cody explains that he's not going to leave Luffy. That Zoro needs to help Luffy, and the two of them with their strength, they can make it off the island. He also lets Zoro know, you're going to die. They said a month, they're going to kill you in 3 days. Which isn't exactly true, because they're going to kill him right there and then. Morgan has his men line up in front of Zoro and Cody, and they take aim to fire. Cody and Zoro are both, they're SOL. They can't do anything at this situation. Zoro flashes back. I don't know how that would help, but you know what? It's worth a shot. Go for it. We learn Zoro's past. As a child, he used to battle this one girl named Kuina, and he lost to her 2,000 times in a row, and he didn't beat her once. So, and he can't understand this because he can beat the adults. His whole dream is to become the best swordsman. He's already at 2 swords. The master says, she's just a year older than you, but again, he can beat the adults. So what he does is at night, he takes real katana, blades, sharp, go through people, fairly easily. And he challenges her to a duel with it. They duel. This is incredibly insane. I don't even run with scissors. I don't know why children would be dueling with real live, actual sharpened katanas. Zoro loses. And then to make a point, the girl, she does that thing where she slams the blade down and it almost cuts him. And I know that's cool for effect and everything, but think about it. She could slip. She could hiccup. She could be surprised. Zoro could flinch. There could be an earthquake and move. And just the neck of a young boy is not much compared to a blade. He's dead. Zoro gets up and he's lamenting how he can't beat her. And she says, you know what? Don't worry. It's worse for me. At least you will beat me someday. Because you're a man and you are naturally stronger. And I will never have anything that could actually compete with that. This pisses off Zoro because he's like, so if I ever beat you, that doesn't mean anything. It's just a matter of me being a man. And he can't take it, so he makes her promise him. That one of the days, one of them will be the greatest swordsman in the world. She promises. Next day, she's dead. She fell down some stairs. I hope she fell down some stairs. She might have thrown herself. She might have thought, okay, you know what? One of us is going to be the best. I'm happy with that. Maybe it'll be revealed later on. She killed herself. It was suicide. I hope not. But I'm going to be extremely tense anytime I ever see that Zoro's going to have a flash. We come back to present. Luffy notices what's going on, so he does the gum rocket outside a window and just shoots forward, and he beats the bullets Zoro and Cody. He stands in front, the bullets hit him, and they go in. And then they come out just as fast. I don't know how he figured this out. I don't know if he was just experimenting and he shot himself and he realized, okay, no big deal. I don't know if he saw that he could take punches and kicks really well, so he just figured that bullets are the same thing, so he can deal with them. I don't know if he's so confident in who he will be that he just figured, I will survive. Whatever the reason, he survived and then laughed like a maniac. This I do not fault him, because if I was just shot by a barrage of gunfire and somehow the Marines shooting at me managed to take injuries, I would laugh until I piss my pants. Zoro questions what's going on. He asks if Luffy's the son of the devil. Luffy's not the son of the devil. Luffy is the man who's going to become the Pirate King. As if that explains anything. Although, with Luffy's confidence, I guess it does. In return, Luffy asks, okay, which of these swords are yours? And Zoro, instead of saying all of them, which is fine, you don't have to give him more than that. You just say fine, all of them. Says all 3 because I fight with all 3 swords. Why justify it? This is strange to me. People collect random crap all the time. It's called a hobby. It's called collecting. You don't need to justify owning 3 things. Why this bothers me? I don't know, but you don't have to explain exactly why you have 3 swords. Lots of people have multiple swords and they have no sword style. Collecting's a thing. They're talking and then they notice that the men are coming at them, and Luffy says, "You're gonna be in trouble. I know you don't want your name to be pulled through the mud, but you're gonna be in trouble. You happy with dying here?" And Zoro says, "No, I'll take you up on your offer and I'll become a pirate." And that's chapter 5. Pretty good.